Hi, hello, good morning, all. I hope everyone are doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Dream Italia. I'm your Madan. Today we are going to discuss about some important topic as well as like some recent update which we got from the Mumbai Embassy. Also, as I said already, I just made some announcement regarding the query clarifications, especially in the group. Hereafter, I'm planning to do the query clarifications via my YouTube channel, which is called Dream Italia. So I have some humble request again. Those who are watching this video without any subscriptions, try to subscribe my channel, and please do the needful for me also. And let's go to the video without any time delay. Okay, this is our group prospective students in Italy. So those who are posted some queries and waiting for the the clarifications. I request everyone try to watch this video without any skip, and you will get your answers. I will try to explain in a detailed manner. And first, they are telling that Edisu Pavia regional scholarship has been they made some notifications competition has been released, and those are for belong from the Pavia University. And you can make a use of it actually. Anyone from University of Casino, for example, for University of Casino, there will be lot of WhatsApp groups available, and I would say in our group also there are a lot of people who is belong from Casino University, especially from the people belong from India and Pakistan students also available. So I request everyone, if you need any specific informations, or else you have any specific query about the program or else the university, try to make your query in a specific manner so that you will get an exact answer in the future. And anyone got here anyone here who got the visa recently? I think except India, many other country students who already received their visa. Even yesterday some people said they got the visa, they belong from some African countries, and also the Pakistan and other country people are keep on receiving their visa. So India, we got recently one visa rejections, especially from the Mumbai Embassy. As you all aware, Delhi Embassy is not functioning. I mean, they are not accepting the visa. They are not accepting the visa applications till the July 31st. So I'll try to make a video, especially for the visa rejections. What is the scenario? What is the reason they got in a detailed manner? So stay tuned for the next video. And this person is asking, is there any diploma holders 10 plus 3 going for masters? I think they are just making searching for the people or students who got the same category. I think people will, those are having the same category, please reply to him. And hi everyone, who applied for University of Turin Medicine and Surgery. Yes, there are a lot of people who applied for University of Medicine and Turin, Medicine and Surgery, especially in the Turin University. I think the deadline is gonna complete actually within a 2 to 3 days. It is going to end, so make sure about the deadline. If you are not applied, then try to apply medicine and surgery as soon as possible without any time delay. Here he is asking, can I have a two D type visa from the two different European country for the same time? Okay, I would like to give some clarification, especially for Italy. If you are planning to apply for the study visa, it comes under the type D, which means the long term visa. Okay, which is called as a Schengen country visa, Schengen visa. So this Schengen visa is applicable. There are 26 countries that falls under the Schengen countries actually. So including Italy, Germany, and France, and many other Poland, Netherlands. Lot of countries are falls under the Schengen country. So if you have any other in this scenario, I'll try to explain in a detailed manner. This student is got a admitted. He got admitted in both Germany university as well as like Italian university, but. As you all aware, due to the pandemic situations, Italy government has banned India and Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. Till July 31st, they can't able to travel, right? So that this person is having some concern whether can I apply either for can I apply both Italy and Germany in the same time? It's impossible. You can't able to apply for the same category Schengen visa. You can't able to apply for the in a two times. So I would say try to apply for Germany, and there will be a visa timings and the visa process, everything will be very less. So once you got the visa over for Germany, then try to change for Italy, or else if you are planning to continue your studies in Germany, then it's up to you. But you can't able to apply in the same D type visa for the two countries, especially for the Schengen countries. Once you got the Schengen country for Germany, then you are eligible to go for Italy also. That's not a problem actually. This person is asking, yesterday I did my pre-enrollment after getting the letter from the University of Padova. Now can I apply for DOV, or should I wait for the summary from the university and then apply for the DOV? The thing is, applying a DOV and visa process and the pre-enrollment, these and all, like there won't be any correlation between these three process actually. Once you applied, once you applied and you got admitted for Padova University, right? So try to make sure about your, the for applying a DOV, your document should be a postal like a HRD or STM attestations, and you have to do the Italian language translation also. So once you complete this process without any hesitations, you can apply for DOV, and meanwhile you can apply for pre-enrollment process also via the University portal. And because each and every university have their own deadline, and they will take some processing time for giving the for generating the pre-enrollment summary. I don't think so waiting for pre-enrollment summary then go for DOV, it's not a it's a good idea, but try to make your postal document as soon as possible, then apply for DOV. Meanwhile you will get your pre-enrollment confirmation mail also, so it's not a problem for you. Here they are asking, any current student of DSU, Toscana region, University, Florence, University of Siena, University of Pisa. I would say, I think you are looking for some, the scholarship information, I guess. So try to post your query in a specific manner. There will be lot of WhatsApp groups also available, especially for the University of Siena. I will try to post the link after the recording session. Is HRD Secretariat in Chennai open these days? Uh, yes, of course. HRD attestation has been functioning normally, especially in the Chennai Secretary office. As you all aware, the e-channel portal, especially for Tamil Nadu, you have to apply via online. Later, once you get the MA postal based on the colored Xerox copy, based on that you have to go to your secretary office. Once you visit there, then you have to give some the letter which you have to write it in a manually, like you have to state that I got admitted for Italian university, and you have to submit your acceptance letters also as a proof. Along with that, you have to also attach your passport copy, and you have to state that Italian embassy won't accept the colored Xerox copy, and I need a HRD attestations on my original degree. Once you are requesting them, they will do it for you. I think depends upon the time where you are, which when you are going. Maybe within a day, there is a possibility you will get your HRD attestations on your OD within a day, or else you have to submit your documents over there. Then you will get it within a week. They will call you, and you have to go and collect your documents after the HRD process has been completed. Here they are asking, yesterday the same query, like which we already seen that, and there are some this kind of accommodations informations. It will be very useful for the students who is coming as a prospective students, because finding accommodations, especially in the abroad country to in Italy, it's very difficult. Apart from Facebook Market, you can also search your Sparta Home. There will be lot of Airbnb, there will be lot of facilities available. So if you are affordable with the details, and if you are okay with the accommodations, then you can contact the concerned person. They already mentioned the contact number also. Try to contact him if you need if you need any further details regarding the accommodations. Here this person is asking, anyone can guide me for the Marche regional scholarship. Actually, before that, the Mochi Regional Scholarship has been started. Yes, of course, it is started. The Mochi Regional Scholarship, which is like a ERDIS, it is applicable for the universities, the University of Macerata and University of Camerino. These are the universities falls under the category of ERDIS marching. It is already started. There will be some YouTube videos also available, especially for the Mochi Regional Scholarships, and try to post the link also under the comment sections after the completion of video session. This person is asking, is Covishield vaccine is recognized by Italy? Is it, vaccination is compulsory for the students to study in Italy? Of course not. For example, Covishield vaccine is still under the processing under the Italian government. Still, they are not accepting it. But there are some few European and Schengen countries, including Spain and France and all. They just approved it for the Covishield vaccination. So it's not a problem, I think, and we hope Italy also soon they will approve as soon as possible the Covishield vaccination. And also, you asked one more query, right? Like, is vaccination is compulsory for the students to study in Italy? Definitely not, because if you have the vaccination, you will have some priorities. That's it. But it doesn't make a sense if you don't have the vaccination, you can't able to travel or you can't able to study in Italy. It's not a problem. Even for your kind information, I would like to say one more thing. Students and the people who have already living in Italy, they also not yet vaccinated fully. Apart from major cities, every people are still looking for the vaccinations. So it's not a problem. Even in Italy also, there are many students who didn't get vaccination till now. So I would suggest, if possible, try to get your vaccination in your country itself, because after arriving to Italy, you need to have lot of the health card, and you need to have the permiso, you need to have your the official tax code, you need to have your own proof identification document, and the criteria also will be very very high. So I suggest you to try to get the vaccination in India itself. That would be a better thing. Here, they are just telling that Lazio Disco scholarship in the place of income. I put my income or else my family income. Then second scenario. Secondly, there is no proof of bank statement. So could I show less money? Uh, would it be any problem? First of all, I would like to say Lazio Disco regional scholarship has been started right already. So it is for applying and getting a scholarship, you need to do the online application process. I think July 28th is the the last deadline for applying Lazio. July 28th is the last date for the applying Lazio region. There are already some videos also available. Make a use of it. And I would say your regional scholarship will be provided based on the family compositions and the family income and no property or property certificate. Maybe for filling the online application time, they won't ask any the documentation. But once you reach to Italy, make sure you have to submit the documents whatever you mentioned. You need to have the reliable documents actually. So I would say, in that scholarship, especially in the online portal, you have to mention your father name, or else you have to mention your family income only, not your income. You have to show your family income as per the document which you made as a consular document, whatever you made it for your family. You have to mention about the family income, not your income. And secondly, there is no proof of bank statement. Definitely not. You have to prove the bank statement. You have to submit the bank balance certificate, especially for the 2019 year, 12/31 2019, and it should be a postal and all. So don't try to make the less money and all, because finally you will be under the troubles actually. When the scholarship result will be published, actually the scholarship result will be published in two ways. One is like a definitive ranking list, and the second one is like a provisional ranking list. First of all, I would say the scholarship deadline, the 28th is the Lazio Disco region deadline is like a 28th. In that, after completing a 28, maybe 1 hour within a 1 week, you will get the provisional ranking list. It's like a temporary ranking list, I would say. Maybe you can expect some modifications in that list. Maybe your AC Purificatore, if you are maybe if you need any changes in your AC essay value, then you can able to make essay values and all. This is like a corrections time. If you want to correct any details, then you can contact your concern the CAF office, then they will do the needful for you. And when we'll have the definitive ranking list, of course after the 1 month or 2 month, they will release the definitive ranking list. The definitive ranking list would be the finalist one. You can consider that one instead of provisional ranking list. How much amount students have to show Kolkata VFS, and do we have to show the amount in 2 years? Of course, as per recent update, Mumbai Embassy made it as a mandatory, right? For Kolkata, I heard first they said 6,000 euros for 1 year you have to show at least, and now it is become like a, the 2 years only. I think once I get a confirmation mail, I'll try to make a specific video, or I'll try to post it in the group also. What is the exact update which we got it for the got it from the Kolkata embassy? But I would say, showing more money, especially for the 2 years, it would be as it would be suggested, especially for this, whether it is a mandatory or not. Try to show some extra money, so that you will get some visa ratio in it will increase your visa ratio, I would say, instead of 1 year. Again, do we have to show the amount for 2 years in Delhi embassy as well? Delhi embassy, as you know, till July 31st, they are not functioning. They due to the pandemic situations, they are not accepting the study with long-term D visas. Only for the business and the emergency visas, they are just accepting. They are just processing as of now. So till now, they are not functioning the study visa. So we are not getting any official confirmation from the Delhi embassy. Once we get any information from their side, I'll let you know in the group also. Stay tuned. And here this person is asking, I did 3 years diploma in and then 3 years bachelor's. Now do I have to apostle both certificate to study for masters? Of course. You know what? You are getting the you are getting for masters based on your both diploma as well as your bachelor's, right? So that it is like a combinations. So you have to do the apostle process for your both diploma as well as your bachelor's also. But you don't require to do the apostle process for your intermediate and your 10th and all. So it's not a mandatory, but for diploma and bachelor's, it is a mandatory. You have to do the apostle process, like I would say ME apostle, I mean STM or HRD attestations, ME apostle, and then you have to do the Italian language translation as well. Anyone know which university offers the nursing course in English language? Yes, of course, there are a lot of universities available, and they are providing the nursing course, especially in the English language. For example, I would say Bologna University, and University of Tor Vergata, and University of Sapienza, and University of Milan, and University of Turin. There will be a lot of universities. Already I gave some link also for how to find the Italian universities via. If you want, I will try to mention the link also in the under the comment sections. Based on the link, the university, you can easily able to identify the list of universities which is offering the BSc nursing, especially in the English language. And for your kind information, same like the MBBS, we have IMAT, right? For likewise, for nursing also, we have some you have some admission test. Make sure about the test and all. Is there anyone here who is studying in Parma? Yes, of course, there are a lot of people available in this university, and there are many students who applied for Parma in this year also as a prospective students. If you want, I will provide the WhatsApp group link under the comment sections, especially for the food safety and the food risk management. There are many students. Can I do the pre-enrollment two universities at once? Of course, you can't able to make a true pre-enrollment for the two universities. For example, I would say I'll say the scenario in a brief manner. First of all, maybe you can apply for 10 to, there is no restriction for applying to Italian universities. You can apply n number of universities. Among that, you will get some offer letter, right? Like maybe some people I know many of the people, students who got the offer letter more than 6 or 7, including me, and Some people will used to get the offer letter, they will apply 10 universities and they will get the 4 universities. So before doing the pre-enrollment process, you have to make sure which university you are planning to go. First of all, do some self analysis, in the sense, do some advantages and disadvantages. If you're selecting on specific universities, try to look in this point of view, like what is the advantage or like what is the disadvantage if I'm going to this university, or what about the accommodation things and all. Make sure about the financial wise as well as like a curriculum wise. Look about the curriculum, look about the overview of the program, and what and all the opportunities you will get, like the Erasmus kind of opportunities there. Make sure about the scholarships also, it is very very important to survive here. So you can't able to, the answer is here, you can't able to make the pre-enrollment, uh, you know make the pre-enrollment at the same time for the two universities. So wherever you got admitted in n number of universities, before going to do the pre-enrollment, make sure the try to select the finalist university and do the pre-enrollment process accordingly. Even there is a possibility after doing a pre-enrollment also, you can able to you can able to cancel your pre-enrollment for the specific university, but it is also like one of the struggling process, and you will face some difficulties also. So it's better to avoid some time delay, better to choose before you think, before you are doing to going to do something. Can the statement of comparability from CMA act as a replacement of DOV for the Lazio Disco scholarship? And can we upload whichever is needed, DOV or SOC, after the deadline of 28th July? For your kind information, this query has been already clarified by even the regional, Lazio regional scholarship body itself. They actually, many people are facing the issue, like they are the in the scholarship portal, Lazio scholarship portal, they are asking the people to upload the DOV, right, like a declaration of value, but it's not possible to get the DOV within the deadline. There are some people are there are not like less people, there are many people are facing especially the same issue. So that they made some amendments in this scenario. First of all, they said DOV is not at all mandatory. If you have a DOV already, then you can apply for the DOV, you can upload the DOV. And also there will be one more startingly some people's they just faced some issues like a resident permit. In that resident permit category also, it's not possible to have the resident permit like living in outside of Italy, like living in abroad, you can't able to get the resident permit. So once you reach there, then only you will get the resident permit. You have to apply, there will be a lot of it's called there will be a lot of formalities and procedures for it. I would say in the DOV, I think the statement of comparability is like an alternative for your DOV. There is no doubt in that. Okay. So first of all, if you have a statement of comparability, also you can upload the same thing. For that only the Lazio region, Disco region, it's clearly state that you can apply some self declaration form, like as our group moderator Mr. Mohan said clearly, you have to make it in the Microsoft Excel. You have to make some format. For your kind information, if you need the format, please ping me personally, or else I'll try to make one post also regarding the same, and I'll try to post it in as soon as possible for your kind information, like the format I will post. And can I upload whichever is needed? Yes, the same answer only. If you have DOV, you can upload the same. If you don't have the DOV, then go with the self declaration form. It is also working, and it is officially clarified by the same respective regional body. How many days are you already waiting for your visa approval? VFS said they are not processing any new visa applications again, but what about the ones which you already submitted? Any info? Yes, for your kind information, those are already submitted in the visa. Few of the students who got visa status as rejected, especially for the Mumbai embassy, and still remaining applications and all still under the processing. As you know very well, the Delhi embassy is not accepting the study application, especially the type D, as of now till July 31st. So there is no status on that. And the Kolkata embassy is keep on updating, but no one is not getting the visa, I think so, especially from the India. We hope we will get we will get the status as soon as possible. and usually they will take 15 to the 15 working days to 45 working days as a maximum time. There are some scenario who got the who got the visa status within a 3 days, within a 1 week, and within a 15 days also. Last year, not only last year, it will be like that only. So depending upon the profile, like what and all documents you have submitted, and what is your cover letter, what is your intentions, depending upon the profiles and the financial supporting documents, you will get your visa status as soon as possible. And also depending upon your travel date also plays a major role for getting the visa status. And yes, of course, visa, they are not accepting the visa, they are not accepting the study applications, especially in the Delhi. And even the Mumbai embassy is accepting, even though many people are facing some issues, especially for making for scheduling an appointment. So I think only due to the pandemic situation, only very less slots are available. So make sure, if you need any further informations about this, try to contact your nearest VFS center about the slots and all. What else? What is the deadline for pre-enrollment? As I already said, each and every university have their own deadline, especially for the pre-enrollment process. After getting admissions, you have to do the pre-enrollment process via University portal, right? Pre-enrollment process also would be differ from university to university. For example, few universities, you don't need to upload any documents, because it is like a similar process of the admission process only. Because like admission process time itself, you have to upload all the documents, then only you will get the acceptance letters, right? Likewise, after the pre-enrollment process also same like that only. Like you will get the some universities, you just need to upload your only your passport, only your recent photographs. And some universities you don't know, you have to upload all the documents. And some universities you have to upload even the DOV also as a mandatory basis. For example, I would say the Sapienza University, you have to upload DOV as a mandatory process, mandatory document for completing your pre-enrollment process, especially in the University portal. So regarding the deadline, if you have any, if you want to know the exact deadline, then it's the your respective university is the authorized body who can able to clarify this doubt, or else who can able to answer for this query. So try to check with your concerned university and try to do the pre-enrollment process as soon as possible. Because for each and every university have the deadline. Likewise, they will also have some have some enrollment deadline also. So you have to apply visa process, and also they will take some much time for giving the pre-enrollment summary also. So make sure about your about all those things and all with your respective university. And I would say this is a recent update which we got it from the Mumbai embassy. And if I get any further informations, I'll try to post it in the group also for your kind informations. Anyone have idea how to write the Lazio Disco, the scholarship self declaration form? How can I write though? Same like our moderator clearly state that you can apply, you can make a document via the Microsoft Excel. Also, if you need any format as a sample means, I have the format and I will try to post it in the comment sections. Also in the notification also make a use of it. After the recording sessions, I will post it. Anyone for University of Tor Vergata September intake? Let's to be friend. Yeah, there will be some WhatsApp groups also available, especially for the Tor Vergata University. It's really good to have, good to know about your the classmates before reaching there, because we will be having some the communications with each others. And I would say those who are got admitted and those who are fixed, like you are going for particular university, it's better to communicate or collaborate with your future classmates. It would be very easy, and so that you won't find any difficulties after reaching to Italy. Because for initial days you will find some difficulties for understanding each other, right? So knowing the person before going to Italy, it's really a good idea. And those, if anyone belong from the Tor Vergata University, try to contact with him. And also I would suggest you try to join the WhatsApp group for more for getting a more reference. This person is asking, I was failed to pay the test fee. So anyone can tell me Polytechnic di Milano, who didn't he can't able to pay the registration fee, I think so. Due to his lack of some issues, he can't able to complete the payment within the deadline. So now what is the answer for this query means, I would say you have to contact your respective university only, because I say, like, what, payment is like a two types. Either you have to, some universities will ask you to pay the some universities will ask you to pay the fees before the visa process, or within the, after completing the pre-enrollment itself you have to pay your tuition fee, like your first installment. Most of the universities you have to pay the university tuition fee after reaching to Italy only. So in this scenario, try to contact your respective university. They are the one, just tell them about your situation, like if you are facing any financial problem, or if you are faced any technical issues, try to explain them in a detailed manner so that they will do some needful for you. And also I would like to mention something, like I know some many people who got the same issue in the last year also. There will be some deadline for payment and all, making a payment. Even though you got admitted, people reached to Italy, but they didn't pay the payment because of some consultancy issues, so that they can't able to continue their last academic year. They are in India now. So I would say make sure about the deadlines and all. Those deadlines are very very strict, and here there won't be any restrictions in that, so make sure about the deadlines. Pre-enrollment apostle of degree certificate is mandatory, or we can do the self declaration also. Okay, I would say the self declaration is only applicable for the scholarship process, not for your pre-enrollment process. Don't confuse yourself. Scholarship process, you have to do it in the regional scholarship body, appropriate the, the portal, that will be like a different. And the pre-enrollment process, you have to do it via the University portal, though both are very very different process. So for okay, I would say for completing a pre-enrollment, you are asking the apostle of degree is mandatory or not, like that, right? It's not a mandatory. It is also depends upon the university, I would say. For example, the pre-enrollment process, especially in the University portal, it's more or like same similar to the, admission process. What and all documents you are applied at the time of admissions, you got admitted, right? Like your LOR, SOP, and your updated CV and your passport, everything, right? Like medium of instructions, you have to upload the same document for most of the universities, especially in the University portal. But only for few universities will ask you for the mandatory document. For example, I would say Sapiens, or you need a DOV as a mandatory documents, right? Likewise, there are some universities where you have to do the mandatory document, and the mandatory apostle and the mandatory translator document. Before that, you can do like for apostle, you can do like, the degree certification. Either you can go with the HRD attestations, or else you can go with the STM attestations, and you have to do the MA apostle. And later followed by you have to do the Italian language translation as well. So make sure about the apostle process. And it's not mandatory, but once you check with your concern respective university for more clarifications. Then next, the same, they are just talking about the same Lazio Disco regional scholarship things only. In that they are asking resident permit, you have to upload your passport as a identity proof. And for the declaration of value, as I already said, you have to upload the self declaration form, which you can able to make it by yourself. You don't face any troubles actually. For more information, I'll, after the video recording sessions, I'll try to post it in the group also, like, group also for the sample format actually. This query is specifically relevant to the, the country specific. There will be some common procedures especially applicable for all the countries, and there will be some scenarios which will be only applicable for the country specific. I think this is like from Pakistan based queries. Here they are just asking, I have done 16 years programs, and from the University of Karachi, and do I need to make the 16 years in attestations, right? Like that they are asking. I don't think so, it is not a mandatory basis, but once check with the seniors, or else those people who is belong from the Pakistan, try to help her actually. Do I need to apostle and translate my academic certificate even if I have received my statement of comparability from CMEA? I always suggest, I would like to remind you some points. First of all, statement of comparability is an alternative form, or else is an alternative document for your DOV. Either you can go with the DOV, or else you can go with the statement of comparability. So when you have the statement of comparability, up to last year you have to have the apostille process on your original degree. Later only you can go with the statement of comparability. If you don't have the apostille on your document, at that time you have to do the both statement of verification, which is called as the SOV, and the statement of comparability also meanwhile the same time. And nowadays I heard, without even doing the apostille process, you can directly get the statement of comparability from the CMA. So I would suggest, for you are asking, do I need to apostille and translate my academic certificate? Translation is not required for the, translation is not required for, especially you are going for statement of comparability. So it's not a big deal. Just if you have like a statement of comparability, it's enough. No need to do any apostille and no need to do any translation also. Again, this is like some query specific scenario, and this is, anyone know, have idea about when the University of Casino give the pre-enrollment summary? Exactly, as I already said, depending upon the university, the pre-enrollment summary also, like pre-enrollment confirmation also will be varies from one universities to another universities. Maybe some universities will provide within a 3 day or within a week also. Maximum 1 month they will take. According to last year scenario, Casino University take till 45 days also for providing a pre-enrollment summary. So I just suggest you to focus on the alternative process. There will be a lot of process after getting your admission letter. Once you complete your pre-enrollment summary, look for your cover letter and try to make some arrangement of your alternative documents, which is called like a supporting document, especially for your visa purposes. And try to focus on the scholarship also, which is already started, and July 28th is the last day for the Lazio Disco, right? Because you are belong from the Casino University. I'm getting certificate of comparability from CMA. Could you please tell me what I need to do along with that? I'm not getting the certificate of verification. So what is the alternative for it? Exactly. First of all, I would like to say, I would like to say this query in a brief manner, because many students are getting lot of confusions, especially in this scenario. Remember one thing, you can first of all, DOV, which is called as a declaration of value, is an alternative document. Either you can do like a declaration of value, or else you can go with the statement of comparability. Both are equal only. So the statement of comparability is an alternative document, especially for your especially for your visa process. So first, make sure you are planning to go with the statement of verification or along with the statement of comparability. In this scenario, you don't require to do any kind of apostille. You have to upload both statement of verifications and statement of comparability, which is called like a SOC and SOV, in both at the same time in the CMA portal. Both are having some, depending upon the time, within 15 days or within the 13 days, the time, within the time, the fees also will be vary, actually depend 150 euros to 250 euros. So if you are planning to go with the statement of verifications, then you have to do the statement of comparability. This is like a one process. And another process is, either you can do like a HRD attestations, or else you can go with the STM attestations, and then you have to do the MA postal, and then followed by you have to do the Italian language translation. Later you have to do the declaration of value. Even you can apply statement of comparability based on your apostille also. So your query is, you already getting a comparability from CMEA. What is the need? Yes, of course. First of all, your degree has been verified, right? For that, your verification, you have to do the statement of verification, then you have to apply for statement of comparability. This is one process. If you don't have the verification, it is really a time delaying process. And also like, instead of doing a statement of verification, I would suggest you to go with the apostille process, which is very very easy, and you can get it as soon as possible. Anyone got admission in University of Turin or cellular and molecular biotechnology, there will be some specific group for the University of Turin. I'll try to post it in the comment sections, like a WhatsApp group link. And this is like I just made some announcement, like cover letter. What is cover letter? And in that cover letter you have to mention your you have to mention your previous work experience, what and all the frequently asked questions. I just made it as a paragraph, and make a use of it. If you have any further queries, and let me know. Hi everyone, I am applying for EDISU scholarship. Do I need to apostle and translate my bank statement along with income certificate and family compositions? Actually, for EDISU scholarship for the 2020-21 academic year, it is not yet started. I hope this July end we will get the notification competition also. Your query is, do I need to do the apostle and translate my bank statement along with the family income? First of all, for your consular document in the sense which includes the detail of your family compositions and family income, and no property or property certificate, and also about your bank statement, right? These are called as your consular document. In that you have to do STM attestations, postal, followed by you have to do the Italian language translation also. Except your bank statement, you can do the Italian language translation for the remaining three components. For your bank statement alone, it's not necessary to do the translation process. It will be depending upon the region. This scenario also will be differ. For EDISU, I'm damn sure, because I'm also belong from the EDISU only. So if you have any other further queries, or if you need any other further informations, try to contact me, or else post it in the group also. For bank statement, Italian language translation is not necessary, not a mandatory. If you did already, not a problem. But apostle you have to do. You just remind, make a use of it actually. Then some seniors. Okay, is there any seniors or master's program in medical biotechnology, University of Eastern Piedmont, Italy? Yes, of course, there will be lot of my classmates are available even in the group also. So if you there will be some link also. We have some specific WhatsApp group, especially for the prospective students in UPO. I'll try to mention in the comment section the WhatsApp group link. Try to join if possible. Anyone who got visa from Mumbai embassy? Yes, of course, there won't be any people who didn't get the visa till now. But there are a lot of people who is waiting for the status actually. Many people applied the visa, especially for the Mumbai embassy. Unfortunately, we got some news, some people who got rejected, and the reason also I'm just analyzing. Once I complete the process, and I'll try to let you know what is the major reason for getting the visa rejections, and what and all the possibility, or what and all the ways we can try to avoid the visa rejections in the future. I'll try to make some videos also. So stay tuned for getting more updates in my YouTube channel. And would you please give me the exact informations of necessary document for applying a DSC scholarships to the student who consider as non European student but have the European equivalent resident permit and all? Will it be arrange the papers accordingly? Okay, I got the scenario. First of all, the for applying a scholarship, the process also would be differ for European category students and non-European category students also, but the documents are more or less same only. For example, I would say you have to arrange your family composition, family income, and as per the recent data like 2020-21, you have to do the family compositions and no property or property certifications. And based on the regions, it will be differ for the income only, the depending upon the regions it will be differ. So usually the people non-European students will follow, they will arrange the document as I said, this document, right? Later they will arrange the document, they will do the apostle process and all. After that they will apply for the easy verificato value in the via CAF office. But for you people, I think so, you have to collect all the documents which is more or less same, which is a mandatory document for everyone. And while applying you will find some the special priority or else some specific options, especially for the European resident permit, and the deadline will be more or less same only. And What else? You have to get the easy ordinario from the CAF office. Based on the easy ordinario, you have to get your easy parificato. Then you can submit your easy parificato along with your consular document. This is the same for everyone, not there won't be any difference document wise. Dear group mates, kindly answer please how to process the bank statement for visa 8 lakhs total enough. Actually, this query was asked previously, but the thing is, recently we have received some update from the Mumbai embassy, right? In that they clearly state that you have to show the financial support, especially for 2 years, not for 1 year. So based on the recent update, you have to show the financial support for 2 years. So 8 lakh is not suffice. At least you have to show the bank balance as more than 11 lakhs. So make sure about the remaining money and try to show more than 11 lakhs. It is advisable. And also, is there any advantage to have more transactions in the? Definitely, if you're having more transactions in your account, it will be like a added value, added point of view, and it will create some reliability towards your document actually. Is there anyone going to study University of Pavia? Yeah, there are a lot of students, and also there will be a lot of links available. I'll try to post it in the comment sections. I was applying the Ergo scholarship, and this is what the page showing me if I apply my university portal. The thing is, for applying a Ergo scholarship is applicable for the universities, Parma University and University of Bologna and University of Modena and all. So already there will be lot of YouTube videos available. I'll try to send the YouTube videos also in the comment sections. I think your scenario, you are facing some scenario which is relevant to the Codice Fiscale, right? First of all, for applying scholarships, you don't require Codice Fiscale. If it is required, if it is mandatory, you can also get it from the University portal at the time of your pre-enrollment, or else you can also make it in the online. Just go to the Google and try to make Codice Fiscale. There will be lot of portals available. I will also mention the same portals how to calculate your Codice Fiscale. Once you get your Codice Fiscale, and you have to log in based on your university credential, not only based on your Codice Fiscale. So I think you are making some you're following some wrong procedures for logging, I think so. So try to get your Codice Fiscale based on the online. Later words, try to open your account. I think try to complete the process based on your university credential which you got at the time of your admission process, right? Try to log in based on your university credential. Each and every university have their studenty portal, right? So may just go for your studenty portal. What you try to make sure your credentials whether it is active or not, like that. I need an advice from the students coming from underdeveloped countries like me. I got admitted in masters in Italy, specifically University of Milan. The classes have no right time, right? Maybe they will be like a full time. Unfortunately, I didn't get any. If I didn't get any scholarship, okay. The scenario is, if she didn't get the scholarship, is it possible to do some part-time job opportunities? And what about the situation right now? And like that, she is just asking. I would like to give some brief explanation for this scenario because it would be useful for many students. First of all, getting a part-time opportunities when compared to English-speaking countries and Italy, it would be totally different actually. For example, maybe we can think after reaching to Italy, we can get lot of job opportunities, even including me. I was also thinking the same when I was in India, but after came that I came to know that reality. First of all, if you want to get the if you want to get the part-time opportunities, make sure about your Italian language. Try to learn the basic language, at least a B1 or a A2 level. Then you should know the Italian language, and depending upon the cities also it will be differ. For example, now you said you got admitted in the University of Milan, right? So it's easy to get part-time opportunities, especially in the Milan. Also, those people who is belong from the University of Sapienza and University of Casino and University of Tor Vergata, they will get the lot of opportunities, especially in the Rome. Apart from Rome and Milan and Venice, likewise, there will be some cities which is offering more job opportunities. But for getting any kind of part-time opportunities except a delivery kind, you need to learn the Italian language. So before coming to Italy, make sure about the Italian language as a mandatory basis. And here the situation is become like very normal now. Everything is functioning normally. Many of the zones are become from red zone to white zone. Also there are many zones becomes. Italy is like more or less like the COVID free situations only right now we are seeing. So it's not a problem. And I would say for University of Milan, the Lombardy is regions and DSU scholarship is the appropriate regional scholarship. First of all, try to make sure about your scholarship. Why you're thinking you won't get the scholarship? You will get the scholarship if you are applying within a deadline. I think July 15 is the deadline for Polyme, but I don't know about the University of Milan. Maybe I heard there will be lot of maybe there are some separate deadline and a separate process also for applying a DSA scholarship. So try to collect your DSA scholarships and try to apply the online application process, and you will get the if you are getting a scholarship, based on your scholarship alone you can survive in Italy without doing any part-time jobs. Even though if you're not getting any jobs, you can survive based on your scholarships. Actually it's not a problem, but make sure the deadline with your respective regional scholarship body. Meanwhile you just check with your respective university. Hi everyone. Do regional scholarships in Italy cover tuition fees and the living expenses? Yes, of course. It is also depending upon the regions, but almost every public universities are offering like a tuition fee, I mean fee waiver for the people who got as a winner or else eligible for getting a scholarship. Once you applied as regional basis scholarships and when you are getting a definitive ranking list, right? In that if you are eligible or you are a winner in the status, then you are eligible to get your fee waiver, tuition fee waiver. First you have to pay only the first installment amount only. Laterwards you don't want to pay anything, I mean the second and the third installment and all. If you are eligible for the scholarship, you don't require to pay for it. And you know what, the first installment also you will get as a refund basis after 1 year actually. So it is really a good thing. So you try to look about the scholarship process and make sure try to get the scholarship within the deadline. um, Living expenses, yeah, every regions are providing generally providing 5200 euros generally. But it will be differ from one university to one university, and the regional also, regional wise also it will be differ. So mostly you can survive based on your scholarship also. It's not a problem for you actually. Hello guys, can you tell me until what date I have to decide to accept or not accept a letter? My question is after a month receiving accept officially immediately. I think she's just telling that she is facing some technical issue, like she got some acceptance letters later, or she's telling that immediately it has been gone, and I don't know. Is that possible in the system? I would suggest you, there won't be any possibilities to, once they generate the acceptance letters or something, it won't go actually unless until you are doing something. So make sure try to log in the same thing with some other alternative portals, or try to look about the other systems. It would be a better, maybe you are facing some technical issues, I think so. Here this girl is asking about the I got admitted for Polyme, September final intake. Yeah, she's just telling that she's facing lot of issues. She got admitted in the Polyme, but till now she didn't get the original document like a provisional certificate and all. So that is it possible to get admitted like that? She's just asking like arranging some documents and all. I think it's possible only. There are a lot of many final year aspiring students also available. There are some specific group also under the section. The person also gave the WhatsApp link, right? So try to join there for getting a more update. It's not a problem. Even though if you're not getting your documents, maybe you will have the you will have the time for your visa application. Maybe they will extend the time also. Till now they didn't fix any particular deadline for making a visa applications. So Also you will get if you are not having collecting your documents, maybe you can continue your classes via online basis actually, so it's not a problem. Anyone knows about the Palermo University scholarships? Yes, Palermo is comes under the Sicilia regions, and ESU is the appropriate regional scholarship body, and it is already started. And July 31 is the last day for the July 31st is the last day for applying a Palermo University, and I will post, because in our group also one person, one student is really helping to many students who is doing their services by themselves, like he's just posting a links how to apply for the scholarships in the YouTube's also. You can see while you're searching in a group also, you will let you know the Yesu also he made some video already, so take a reference as the video and get the help of him. If you have any other further queries also, try to post it in our group. We will clarify as soon as possible. And this student is really helpful, and here he is just posting some, the what and all the documents which is required for the at the time of visa applications. You have to make sure about these many documents. I think there will be lot of changes as per recent update. There will be some lot of changes in that. Can we confirm as per new update we have to show 2 years fund? Yes, it is true only as per Mumbai embassy. It is true, and they just clarify clearly state that as a student, if you are planning for masters, then you have to show the 2 years financial support, and if you are planning for bachelors, then you have to show the 3 years as a financial support. Depending upon the programs and depending upon the masters or bachelors, the financial support will be differ from 2 years to 3 years. So try to arrange the alternative documents and also make sure about the financial support for the 2 years. Yeah, the regional scholarship for Ergo also it is available. You if any the people who belong from Bologna and Parma and Modena University, make a use of it. Okay, here this person is asking, I'm applying for Eliseo scholarship from Aligaon, Uttar Pradesh. When I was looking for the requirements for a scholarship, it is mentioned that affidavits won't be accepted for family composition and income certificates. I managed to get it, but for property, okay. In this scenario is his scenario is he is able to get the certificate for family composition, family income and all. He is getting the attestation easily, but for property, making a no property or property certification, he is facing some issues, especially from the local authorities, and also they are not accepting the affidavit. So I would say, while you are preparing a document, make sure you're just trying to mention all those detail within the same PDF. First of all, I would say the family compositions, family income, and no property or property certifications within the same form, same PDF. You try to cover all those details in the same PDF format, and get the signature from either from MLA or MP, or else you can get the signature from many other ward members, councillors. There are a lot of peoples available, right? You can get the signature from the authorized people. They at the time it will be valid. I think you are facing only the difficulties to make the assets or property only, right? Then you can try to get the signature based along with this detail also, then it will be easy. Is it true that true that one can't get regional scholarship in February intake? Okay, first of all, I would like to clear some. I would like to clarify. For Italy, only the one intake is available, September intake. For most of the universities, almost 90 percentage of public universities are offering only the September intake, except Polyme. Polyme alone you can able to see February intake and also the September intake also you can able to apply both in the same time. And I would say February intake people also eligible for getting the scholarship if you belong from Polyme or whatever public university, but there won't be any specific deadline for it. For example, for September intake people, they used to have the deadline, especially I would say the Polyme as an example. July 15th is the deadline. July 15th is the deadline for applying. July 15th is the deadline for completing the online process, especially for the DSU regional scholarship body. But if you are belong from February intake also, the same deadline is applicable for both the intakes. So you have to make sure about the deadlines alone, especially for the scholarship process. Apart from that, there won't be any rule like if you belong from February intake, then you are not eligible for applying a scholarship. If you belong from February intake, that too from public university, then you are eligible for applying a regional based scholarship, but you won't face any priorities in terms of deadlines. Guys, anyone got visa or anyone got visa rejections? Yes, of course. Still there are many people who is waiting for their waiting for their visa status, either it's approved or rejected. And also a lot of people's uh, applied already, and many people's are scheduled appointment, they are planning to apply in the upcoming days. So few of the people's got visa rejections, and I'll try to make some detailed post regarding the same. What is the reason behind the rejections and all, and what is the exact scenario, what and all the mistakes they have made, and what and all the possibilities to avoid the visa rejections and all in a next video, or else I'll try to make it in the post also in our Facebook group. Stay tuned for the further for the further informations and updates. My brother got admissions in two universities in Italy. Please suggest me the better one. University of Casino and University of Ferrara. According to me, I would. My opinion is University of Casino is better than the Ferrara, but for generally I would say one thing: university doesn't matter. Wherever you got admitted, look for the program. Like if you have got the same program, for example, cyber security alone if you are getting, and cyber security along with some combinations program available in many other universities. Likewise, you have to see about the program's curriculum first. What is the curriculum, and what about the um possibilities after completion of your program, and look about the Erasmus opportunities. So according to that, Casino University is better for in terms of getting scholarships, and getting some, it's like a liberal university, and also you will get like a lot of Erasmus opportunities, and you don't face any difficulties, especially for getting a scholarships. So that is very very good for going with the Casino. But again, I'm telling, I would like to remind you, this is like a program specific. Look about the program and do some self analysis, like what is the advantage or what is the disadvantage after complete, if you are studying in Casino or if you are studying in Ferrara. Make sure about the all those things and decide accordingly. Is there any students or who is belong from molecular biotechnology and bioinformatics? Yeah, they are just want to meet the people, and also they are just uh, gathering the students who is belong from the same category. How many marks are required to secure the admission for pharmacy in TOLC actually? In this, it is also depending upon the, there won't be any such criteria like this is a pass mark, or this is a required mark for getting the pharmacy, for admitted in the pharmacy program, which is also depending upon the university, which will be differ. And also you have to consider the number of applicants, how many people applied and how many people got the good score. Based on that, it will be differ from one university to another university. And also the number of applicants will plays a major roles for get admitted into the pharmacy. Anyone who knows about the Lazio Disco scholarships, as I already said, there will be some specific YouTube videos also available. It's not mine, don't worry, and make a use of it. And if you have any other further queries also, I will try to post it in the next video. And what else? This is again like a country specific scenario, like Pakistan. They are just asking that, do I need to do the SSLC and HSC, like 10th and 12th also, do I need to do the MOFA and other stuffs? It's not a mandatory thing actually. Like if you are planning for bachelor's, then you just go for your 10th and 12th. If you are planning for masters, then go with the highest degree. Then try to do the MOFA and also the HEC, higher education commissions and all. Hello friends, if I will take a study loan, then how much amount do I need to take from the bank? How much amount do I need to take from the bank? And if I go through the study loan, is it the chances of visa approval is increase or decrease? Okay. For your kind information, I already said you can show the financial support in a three way. Either you can go with the self account, or else you can go with the sponsorship account, or else you can submit the your education loan sanction letter. Okay, especially for education loan sanction letter, it is really having more advantages only when compared to self account and sponsorship account, because getting education loan is very easy, and arranging a proof of funds also very easy. As per recent embassy update, we have to show the 2 years or 3 years depending upon the program, either it's a bachelor's or match or master's. You have to show 2 or 3 years of the financial support. So it's better to take the education loan, but it won't plays any major role at the time of your visa process, because at any cost you are going to show the amount in terms of various way, right? There will be a lot of ways, as I said. Either you can show via education loan, or else you can go with the self sponsorship affidavit account and all. It won't increase or it won't decrease any visa ratio, it will be like that only. But you are also asking how much amount do I need to take from the bank, right? As per recent embassy update, if you are belong from India, then you have to show at least 2 years as a bank balance certificate. So make sure, try to get at least more than 11 lakhs for the as a education loan. If I have completed diploma in computer science directly after 10th, am I eligible for bachelor's in Italy? Yes, of course. If you are completed your 10th, they later you did your diploma, right? Then you are not eligible for masters, but you are eligible, more than eligible for doing a bachelor's in Italy, and you have to submit your both 10th and diploma certificate, and make sure while writing your statement of purpose, which is called like a SOP, because you have to specify all those things and all, what and all you studied and what's your main intentions and all. So at the time of SOP, you have to clearly state that what is your previous diploma, and what and all you studied, how much percentage you got, everything. So try to be specific at the time of statement of purpose. Also, after completing 10th, then you're instead of 12th, if you're doing a diploma, then definitely it will increase the chance of getting admissions also. Hello guys, can anyone tell me the DSU's call for Toscana regions is opened? I have only on Codice Fiscale. I cannot register with the SPID. I'm wondering if the Codice Fiscale I can start my request. Okay, for your kind information, as of my as I heard, still now the DSC scholarship for the Toscana regions is not yet opened, actually, not yet started. But you know what? For applying and registering, you have to do only the speed ID is not required actually. But Codice Fiscale, based on Codice Fiscale, you can apply very clearly. It's not a problem. Even for your kind information, people who is belong from the India, who is already in Italy itself, they don't have the speed ID. Only few people have the speed ID. So I don't think so. You are having only the way to log in only based on the speed. Maybe there will be some alternative options also. If you have a Codice Fiscale, and I think you need to register in the online portal. Maybe you are from either from your university studenty portal, studenty credentials, or else maybe from based on the tax code, you have to log in actually. I'll let you know detail once I complete the video sessions. I'll try to post it in the link also, how to make the registrations and all. What is the scholarships are open this time? They have some limits for age for this one, for master's degree, and anyone has win the scholarship at this time. Okay, she is just asking what and all the what is the deadline for scholarships, and is there any age criteria for that, and it is only for masters or not like that. Till if you are planning for bachelor's or if you are planning for masters, you are more than eligible for getting a regional based scholarships and merit based scholarships also. And there won't be any such age criteria like if you are below 30 or if you are below 40, then only you are eligible for applying a scholarships and all. There won't be nothing. any kind of age is available, those are got admitted in the specific Italian university which is falls under the same regions, and you are more than eligible for applying a scholarship document. Only the thing is you have to make sure about the consult document which is called family compositions and family income and no property or property certifications and bank statement as well for the specific year, either it's a 2019 or it's a 2020. Make sure with check with your respective university. Okay, he's just having the same concerns like she got admitted, but is it possible to apply for merit based scholarships after the August, like that she's asking. As I already said, each and every university and regional body have their own deadline, especially for the scholarship process. They won't extend the deadline actually for any kind of reasons. It's up to you. But for your kind information, merit based scholarships, there will it will start very early at the academic year. For example, March itself, March or February itself, it will start, and till May only you can able to apply for merit based scholarships. After that, you will get your results also for the merit based scholarship. So I'm sorry to say this, for this academic year, if you are planning to apply for merit based scholarships, then it's not possible to apply. It is already done, but still you have a lot of time to apply for your regional based scholarships. Make sure about the documents and the further process called postal process and all. This query already we have seen, right? Anyone here from India who got visa or applied visa recently, please reach me. Okay, I think none of the people didn't get any visas actually. Many people are waiting for the opportunities. Here he is asking, I would like to ask, I got an acceptance letter from University of Roma, like Sapienza University. I applied my pre-enrollment in 22nd May. I didn't get any reply till now. Okay, how long it will take? As I already said, depending upon the universities, the pre-enrollment processing time also will be vary from one university to another university. Maybe from the small universities, you will get the pre-enrollment summary within a week or within a 2 weeks and all. Within a 10 days also, there will be a lot of people. Within 72 hours also, many people received their pre-enrollment confirmations. But Sapienza, Bologna, and other universities and all like a Ptolemy, these and all like a big universities, right? So the number of applications will be very high, so that they will take much time for the evaluations. So make sure you have, did you apply, did you completed your pre-enrollment along with your DOV and all, because DOV is mandatory for Sapienza University, right? I don't know whether did you applied did you attach your DOV, or here you missed to you forgot to attach your DOV. So make sure about these things and all. Once you upload, once you completed your pre-enrollment with the DOV everything, then you should wait for some time only. Try to look about your visa process and arranging some documents, and try to look about your scholarship document. Still you have lot of time. In this scenario, you have to be patient only, you don't have any other options to do. I think remaining scenarios and all like we have seen already. So guys, if you have any other doubt, and further if you need any further query clarifications, so try to post it in the group, and I will do the same way. Like I will try to make in like then and there I'll try to clarify all the query clarifications. But I too have a exams actually, so that I'm just made this method. Once I complete my exams, I'll try to post it in, I'll try to comment it in the group also, group itself. And thank you for your patience, and literally I got tired also. So thank you for your patience again. It's my kind request, those who are watching this video without any subscriptions, try to subscribe my YouTube channel which is called the Dream Italia for more updates and reference. Meanwhile, please help me for getting some subscribers. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I would say happy Sunday to everyone. Until then, it's tata, bye bye, Madan.